Hey guys, welcome to another training of ours. Today is more of just some facts to put out there to help you guys kind of get over your self-limiting beliefs. And I'm going to be talking about comfort zones. So I want to start off by telling you guys a quote that's really good by Brian Tracy, and that is, "You can only grow if you're willing to feel awkward and uncomfortable when you try something new." So I want you guys to take a couple notes and just really let that sink in. So you can only grow if you're willing to feel awkward and uncomfortable when you try something new. And what happens to so many of us is that we are afraid to try new things. We're afraid to step out of our comfort zones because we're used to certain things and we're afraid of the unknown. So I just wanted to tell you guys a couple tips that I wrote down of just something to combat those comfort zones and moving past those, insecurities or limiting beliefs and just pushing forward in this business, especially as a coach. Because I feel like we all start out with having those uncomforts, and I felt the same way when I first started coaching. I was super nervous, not knowing what people would think or what to do, and kept telling myself, well, maybe I'm not a leader, maybe I don't know what I'm doing, maybe I'm not fit enough, or having those beliefs constantly in my head were setting me back from pushing forward and reaching my goals. So you guys, all about comfort zone. So I'm just gonna read off a couple things that I wrote down, and hopefully this will help you guys battle those comfort zones of your own and push forward and move this business forward with not only this business, but anything in life. So getting comfortable, being uncomfortable will help you more and have that more success as a coach. So anytime you learn something new, like the skills of becoming a successful coach, you'll often find yourself feeling uncomfortable. And that's totally okay. That's okay, because it means you're pushing yourself to try new things. And the more uncomfortable you get, the more new things we experience, the more actions we put into place, and the more success that we see. So being uncomfortable is a good thing, all right? So research has actually shown that when you're outside of your comfort zone, and then I'll read off my tips for you guys. So this is proven stuff. You're more productive because you're more focused. So you're more focused on a goal. You're in your comfort zone and you're trying to battle it out. So you're more focused on getting out. You'll have an easier time to adjust to new and unexpected positive changes in your life. You'll find it easier to push yourself in the future. So the more you combat your comfort zones, the more easier it gets in the future to go after certain things that you want. So that's really important. The creative side of your brain is more active. So with time and experience, you'll become more proficient in the skills of coaching and be more comfortable. But for now, give yourself permission to be uncomfortable and be learning, constantly be learning and putting those actions into place. Whatever you're learning, just put into action. Fail, success, whatever it is. If you're struggling to get outside of your comfort zone, here are some suggestions. So I want you guys to grab a piece of paper and a pen and write these down and put those things into action, okay? Be accountable to somebody. When you know someone else is going to be checking in on you, it's harder to retreat your comfort zones. So give permission and give yourself that permission to somebody to hold you accountable. It's a big deal. Not only do we have accountability in our workouts and our nutrition and that whole aspect, but we have accountability in our coaching business. And having that success partner who is checking in on you, who is on that same journey as you, to making sure that you're showing up, they're showing up, all that stuff makes such a big difference. So get an accountability partner and have somebody hold you accountable. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is play your strengths. So don't focus on your weaknesses, you guys. That is one of the biggest mistakes you can make. So instead, identify the things you do well and structure your actions to leverage those strengths. When you play to your strengths, it's easier to do new things because you're more confident. So don't focus on those things that you're not good at. Focus on the things that you are good at, and you're gonna push forward with those things. So don't focus on, well, I can't do this. Maybe focus on, I'm so good at this part, I'm just gonna focus and 10x this, and then I'll start working on these things that I'm not good at, and those are my weaknesses. So that's number 2. Number 3, make your goal matter to you. So really dig deep inside and figure out what your goals are, and that will also help you keep pushing forward. So you have to know that the actions that are outside your comfort zone have purpose and will help you get to where you're trying to go. So those actions and those habits that we're creating on a day-to-day basis are going to help you push forward and reach your goals that way. So make your goals matter to you. Whether they're small or they're big, I want you guys to make those little goals that will get to your big goal, because those little goals along the way make a huge, huge difference. So that was number 3. Now, number 4, increase your conviction. So when you believe in something, when it matters to you, it is easier to go outside of your comfort zone, make it purposeful to you, and you'll make it easier to do. So when you're thinking about your goals and what you're trying to reach, just if you believe in it so much, it's so much easier to step outside these boundaries that we set for ourselves and go after it and show up for others as we show up for ourselves, reaching those goals, because you believe in it so much that you don't care what it takes. If it's so uncomfortable and you know the end result, you're gonna go get it. So increase your conviction. And number 5, practice and role play. When I first started coaching, I was so uncomfortable with taking pictures and creating videos like this, and it definitely took practice. I showed up, I was uncomfortable, my face would turn red, I would start getting sweaty, like all the things. Like, such an introvert, didn't want to talk to people, I'm not a good speaker at all, hate public speaking, and here I am now battling my comfort zones, talking to you guys on here, and look at, the differences. So practice and role play. There is a reason professional athletes practice more than they play, right? So it builds their confidence, it builds their skills, and it helps them perform in their games, right? So no matter what it is, getting uncomfortable, not making 100 shots, then making 5 shots, like just, practice makes perfect, right? So if you're struggling to get outside of your comfort zone, get with another coach and role play. Play situations and practice over again. And it'll make it so much more easier and natural when you're in the game time comes. So reach out to your coach, talk to a friend, role play, practice how you're inviting to our challenge groups or coaching opportunity. When someone says yes, are you gonna freeze? Like, what are you gonna send to them? And just role play. And it makes it so much more fun, because then once the actual situation happens, you're like, oh yeah, this is what I would say to them. And then you put it into play. So even if you don't have anybody to role play by yourself. Maybe put on a video like this and talk to yourself and how you would talk to other people. And the big thing about coaching, and what a lot of top coaches have done, is even when you sign up and you have nobody signed up with you except for like your mom or a friend, create your own coaching calls. Pretend there's 100 people on there. Pretend there's 1,000 people watching, and just keep practicing and practicing and practicing. And then once you start getting people to sign up, then you could start incorporating them in these calls that you're having by yourself or with your mom or with just a friend or whatever it may be. And it will start to get more comfortable, because even though you only had yourself in the beginning and now you have people popping in, it gets more comfortable to talk to the computer screen, maybe not concentrating on their faces, and just, oh my gosh, this is the same thing I do every Sunday. It was only me last time and my mom, and now I have other people joining, but now I'm used to talking to the camera and showing up and getting myself out there in that comfort zone. So that it's exactly what you should do. So just role play, get a friend, pretend your friend is asking you price objections with signing up. Like, what are you gonna say to them? So make sure you role play. So anyway, those are my 5 tips. I'll just go over them really quickly with you. Number 1, you're more productive because you're more focused. Number 2, you'll have an easier time adjusting to new and unexpected positive experience and changes in your life. And 3, the creative side of your brain is more active. So with time and experience, you'll become more proficient and more confident. So those are the top things. And then here are some suggestions, my top 5 for moving forward. So be accountable to somebody, play to your strengths, don't focus on your weaknesses, make your goals matter to you, increase your conviction, and practice and role play. You guys, those go such a long way. It'll help you break through those barriers of, self-doubt, limiting beliefs, and really focusing in on what you're good at, what your strengths are, and stepping outside those comfort zones. So make sure you do that. And just some action steps to take out of here. Share with the group that you're in what Shakeology you had today, what workout you did today. Share with the group the last 3 people on your contact list, and if you invited them to our upcoming challenge group. And also make sure you're posting your sweaty selfies and your workouts on social media and being proof the products work. So you guys, 4 vital behaviors: step outside your comfort zones, press play on your workouts, invite people, and just show up and be yourself. That's what coaching is all about. We don't represent and focus on Beachbody 24/7, right? We're building our own brands, which is another topic we're going to be talking about. We're building our own brands, branding ourselves, our life, and we're attracting people who are like us or who are interested in us and what we offer, because there are thousands of coaches out there, and that is one of the biggest misconceptions, is that there's so many Beachbody coaches. Like, why would anybody want to sign up with me? And it has everything to do with you and not Beachbody. It has to do with what you're offering, what you've been through in life, what attracts people to you. And that is what we're all about. So let's help as many lives as we can. Step outside your comfort zones, role play, focus on your strengths. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. And I will see you guys on the next training.